Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Wellness Coach, everyone. My name is Edie Summers. Thanks for tuning in. And actually, this is my first show. I just wanted to welcome everyone who's listening. And you're probably wondering what wellness coaching even is. It's a pretty new field. It's only been around for about 5 years. And so I'm just going to explain a little bit more about what wellness coaching is today. And if you'd like to call in, the number is 619-393-2911. A little bit more about me. My name is Edie Summers, as I mentioned, and I'm a certified wellness coach. I'm also a freelance writer. I specialize in alternative and integrative health and writing, and I run group wellness coaching teleclasses on a website called connectwell.com. You can head over there if you'd like to learn more about group wellness coaching, and for 1 free month, you can try out group wellness coaching for absolutely free. Just sign in with Connect Well. You have to join, but it's absolutely free. And then click on Group Wellness Coaching Classes or Teleclasses, and it will instruct you how to sign up for your 1 free month of Group Wellness Coaching Teleclasses and webinars. I'll actually be having a free teleclass this Wednesday on stress and energy management. So you can find out more about that on connectwell.com as well. And that website spelling is CONNEKTWELL. So connectwell.com. You can find that information here on Blog Talk Radio as well on my website. So what is wellness coaching anyway? Essentially, wellness coaching helps you to build better health habits. It's pretty basic. I get a lot of people contacting me asking me if I can run nutritional tests for them or, some kind of diagnostic testing. And, wellness coaching has nothing to do with diagnosing or treating or prescribing medication or anything like that. That's for your healthcare practitioner, of course. A wellness coach really gets down in the trenches with you and serves as a source of accountability and a motivation, inspiration, and really kind of walks beside you as your health partner. So, and one of my favorite sayings when I'm talking about wellness coaching is a wellness coach doesn't point to a mountain and tell you that if you want to reach the top, you have to climb to the top. Of course, that would make sense, but a wellness coach will actually go on the trip with you. That's the best analogy that I can think of. So it's kind of, I guess, like if you're going to be climbing Mount Everest, I'm your Sherpa. A wellness coach bridges the gap between what we know we should be doing in terms of our health and what we're actually doing. So, of course, most of us know that we need to be eating well, eating our vegetables, really. Greens are super, super important. There's actually a difference between greens and vegetables, so that's one distinction that I can go into at some point with someone if they want to call me in and talk to me about that. But eating fresh food is super, super important, and most of us know this at this point. We need to be exercising more. Actually, we're supposed to be exercising an hour every day now, and that can seem really overwhelming to a lot of us. Although actually in reality, if you think about it, there are 24 hours in a day, and if you're moving for just 1 hour out of every 24 hours, it's really not all that much if you really think about it. So so wellness coaching helps to bridge the gap between, again, what we know we should be doing in terms of our health and what we're actually doing. And it helps people to change their health behaviors for good. And change is a process. It takes time. And again, I think a lot of us don't realize that. We get so down on ourselves when we don't change a habit instantly. And that's actually, not realistic. For one thing, change is a process. It is more of a spiral than a straight line, and actually there are 6 steps of change that most people go through, and each step is as important as the other step. So, like one of the steps, for instance, would be contemplation. You're contemplating thinking about changing. And, a lot of us, when we think of changing, we think of action, taking action. And, of course, that's a really important step, but that's only one of the steps in the change process. And when you contemplate something, when you start thinking about, okay, I'm going to start exercising more, you might start reading some blog articles. You might start surfing the net and, looking up articles on yoga or walking or running groups or whatever kind of exercise interests you. And, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, well, I've researched a lot and I've maybe even tested out a few classes, or I've bought some exercise videos, but I haven't really done anything consistently yet. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, that means I'm not changing. Well, in reality, you are changing because, again, remember, change is a process. So be proud of yourself and remember that change takes time. And that's actually one of the reasons that I started group wellness coaching, because connection is the currency of wellness. And that's one of my other favorite quotes. That quote is by John Travis. And most of us change and heal the best in the presence of others. And, of course, there are many people that change on their own, but if you really want to speed up the process of change and be most effective, it's really important to connect with other people. And that could actually be the most important thing that you do in terms of your wellness goals, is to reach out and connect with other people. So group wellness coaching is exactly designed to do that very thing. It is designed to connect with other people that are going through the same exact thing that you are. Maybe not the exact same thing, but they have health goals that they're reaching, that they're working on reaching. And if you do it in a group setting, you'd be amazed at how much easier it can be to make that change and reach your health goals. So that's why I set up group wellness coaching teleclasses and webinars. And again, you can find out more information about that on connectwell.com. And that, again, information is here on Blog Talk Radio on my website. And so I just wanted to go into a little more detail about wellness coaching in general. Again, it's really mostly about changing behaviors and changing health habits. And I really hope that that is something that you can contemplate about and realize that, the most important thing is to stay positive and not get down on yourself when you're trying to lose weight or quit smoking or change any kind of other health habit that you have that maybe has been following you around for a number of years. It's the most important thing is just reach out, stay connected, call me on this radio show if you want. Go check out connectwell.com. Reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, find a fitness partner. Some people work out better with other people. For other people, maybe get a dog. A dog needs to be walked every single day, rain or shine, and that can be a really great way to change a habit in terms of maybe easing into exercise. For instance, you have to really be creative and think outside the box when you're attempting to change your health habits. And actually, I shouldn't even use the word attempting because there is no such thing, right? There's the old adage from Yoda, there is no try, there is only do, and that's really true, especially when it comes to changing. You have to just find the mindset that this will happen for me, it's just a matter of time. So I really encourage you to think about your life and your health habits that way. It is inevitable that you will change because actually change is the really only guarantee in life. It is the one constant in life. So not only do people change all the time, and that means that you can change as well, but change is really the only guarantee we have. So maybe that and death and taxes, but change actually is on your side. That's another way, that's a new way to think about it. So again, I'm having a free teleclass this Wednesday, September, let me check the date on this really quickly, the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I believe that is the 8th. Let me grab my calendar. Anyway, it's Wednesday, and it's at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's on stress and energy management. And again, you can go to connectwell.com, click on events, and the stress and energy management teleclass will come up. And I'm going to be talking about how you can manage your stress and energy levels naturally. This is a free teleclass, and this is one of the areas that I specialize in is fatigue and energy levels. I've dealt with chronic fatigue syndrome in my life a number of times, two times actually, and I'm actually finishing up a book on that right now. It's called The Memory of Health, and it chronicles my journey through chronic fatigue, chronic illness, and back. And that will be coming out soon on Balboa Press, so you can check that out. But yeah, stress and energy management is something I'm really, really passionate about. And so I go over in great detail ways that you can address stress in ways that maybe you haven't thought of before. And also energy levels. A lot of us don't realize that we try to force our energy to happen. The most common way that most of us do it is through using stimulants, like coffee and chocolate, and energy drinks are really, really popular today, and most of us try to force our energy. And what really you want to be looking at is sustainable energy, just like we're working toward accomplishing in terms of our own energy needs, in terms of, switching from potentially using fossil fuels to other forms of more sustainable energy like solar power. The same is true in your own body. You want to cultivate energy, also known as chi, in your body in more sustainable ways, and things like that would be actually fresh air, exercise, gentle exercise every day, eating fresh, natural, healthy foods actually can really build your energy levels up, and actually taking something called adaptogens. And I'm sure some of you have heard about adaptogens, but I go into greater detail about different kinds you can take, and you really have to be aware of what kinds will work for your body, or experiment and see what works for your body. And also, like I said, I go into stress management and ways to cultivate actually what's called the relaxation response in your body, which is actually the opposite of the stress response. So I talk about that in great detail. I hope you'll join me this Wednesday. It's at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks so much for listening to this show, everyone. I hope you call in next time. I will be broadcasting most Sundays, and I really appreciate you listening. I hope you call in with your questions and comments. And, I hope you really realize that your health is really precious. It's a precious gift. And you realize that taking care of yourself really isn't as scary as many of us, I think, make it out to be. The goal is to reconnect with your body and to really step back into your body and step back into your own power. So thanks again for listening. My name is Edie Summers. This is the Wellness Coach on Blog Talk Radio. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.